That's crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of the macula.
Game Club.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to discuss Game Club.
Yes.
We are now currently on Chapter 7 of Plague Tale Requiem.
Yes.
What is Game Club?
What is it?
Game Club is a segment of the show where we play a segment of a game,
Yes.
or a level, or a chapter, or a timed interval, as it were.
Timed interval. Love the time interval.
And we talk about it. So, of course, we're playing Plague Tale Requiem. Last time we played Plague Tale Innocence, which was a phenomenal game, and everyone should play it.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
Just go through it.
Yep.
And now we're playing Requiem, which is the sequel.
Yes.
We were not impressed in the start.
And now we're getting to the point, personally for me, it's like, okay, we're back on track.
We are 100% back on track. This chapter was so fun.
Yes. I like this one a lot.
Yeah. Though, this chapter, there's something I was like, so at the end of the last chapter, we're beat up. We're getting through the rats. We're like concussed.
Yeah.
Amicia is concussed. She lifts Hugo up the thing, and then a hand comes down. He's like, hey, man.
Yeah.
And so
we get rescued by Arnaud.
Arnaud.
And I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Exactly. I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah, I couldn't remember. Where did we see him before?
I had no idea who this guy was. I had to look it up.
So who is he?
He is he's the guy that were pursuing them through the city at the start.
Like at the start of this game?
Yeah, at the start of the game.
Did we even see him then, really?
No, I don't think so.
I don't remember. Because they were like,
the guy who gave Amicia the concussion.
Yeah. They said that, but I was like, anyways.
I was like, are you sure that's him? That doesn't, who is this guy?
I mean, maybe I missed it or something like that, but I was just, they're talking like, I was like, was he in the first game? Like, are they doing a callback?
Through the first game, because I didn't want to spoil myself on the second one. I was like, but who is he?
Yeah.
And yeah, he is the knight, because I guess he was a mercenary who was chasing Amicia, charged by, the king or the queen or whoever, the regent. I don't know. Whoever wanted them. And so he was the guy who was chasing them through the forest on the boat and all that kind of stuff.
Did we ever see him? Like, I don't
think so.
I mean, maybe I just missed it or something like that, but they did. If they showed him as like something, they did a really bad job of it.
An awful job.
Because unless I mean, maybe I'll have to revisit it and see, like, maybe I'm an idiot. Well, yeah, I know I am. But like,
that was just like, he's been chasing us throughout all these chapters.
But like, that's the thing is like, if both of us are the same, like, I think they probably did a bad job of it.
Yeah.
So anyways,
they definitely did a bad job, because it's like, okay, now you're not chasing us and you're helping us.
Yeah.
Like, why did that change?
Because he wants to escape apparently, but like, yeah, it was very weird anyways.
I had no idea.
So basically this chapter, he's like, we got to get on a boat. Let's go to my girl. I don't even remember her name.
Scorpion? Stingray?
Scorpion Queen?
Scorpion Sting Girl?
I don't remember. She's got a boat.
Yeah, she's got a boat.
So
and you want to be
there.
on a boat.
Yeah. And the first section of this chapter is just,
walking and talking,
which was fine.
Yeah.
We have to go through a cave to get to the whatever.
Did you get the feather before you go through the cave?
I did get the feather, yeah.
Yeah, there's a feather.
There's also a memory on the beach as well.
Yep.
When you name the boat the Survivor or something like that.
I didn't get that memory.
Or maybe that was after the cave. No. Oh, maybe it was after you go through the cave. There's a broken boat somewhere, and Hugo will be like, oh, it's a boat. And then they're like, oh, you can't read the name on it. And he's like, can I name it?
I didn't get that.
Yeah, so there's not much to say really until we get to
the village.
Even wasn't the before the village where you have control of Arnaud?
You don't, but you have to get him to do things. So like you find a huge rat's nest because you have to pull this boat out of the way, and you can go into a cave where you can get to his secret lair.
After the cave, I mean.
Yeah, and you find out that there's a huge rat's nest in there.
Yes. Oh, we have to sneak our way through
the gore.
So you have to. He falls down, and you have to like throw a pot so he can run over and turn a lever, and then you can he'll throw a crystal at you so you can make the Odorous again.
Oh, yeah.
And then you throw the Odorous so the rats move so he can go and whatever. So we do all that. We get him across. We rejoin, and we have a long hallway we got to go through. And Misi's like, I don't know what to do. I don't have the ability to get through here. And he's like, I know what we can do. Shoot an arrow into my shield, a flaming arrow. I'll hold it and we can walk through.
Yeah.
And Misi's like, okay. So I'm like, all right, let me shoot an arrow at him. And he's looking down the hallway. So I was like, oh, this is weird. Like, this is a tough one to aim at him. So I like swing all the way around. I shoot an arrow in his shield. There's no flames or anything, but he's like, oh, it burns. Oh my God, it's burning me up. We got to go. So I was like, okay. So I grab onto him to go down the hallway and the rats just killed us. So I was like, what the fuck? What the hell? Because he's like, oh, it's burning. I can feel the flames on my face. I'm like, I don't see any flames. Like, what's going on? So then it reloads. I died a bunch of times in this chapter, not because of like, I was having trouble, but it was kind of like, how can I get through here with only using like one jar?
Yeah.
So I'd be like, let me throw a jar here and see what happens and die. Okay, that didn't work, whatever. But so then we reload. And he's standing there and he's like, I've got an idea. Let me shoot an arrow into my shield and then we'll go across. And then this time he faces me and he pulls out his shield and he's like looking at me. So I was like, oh, he didn't do this the first time because he had his back to me.
Yeah.
So I shot an arrow in his shield. He's like, oh, I could feel the flames. They're burning. I'm like, I could see the flames this time. So then it let me go through. But it was another glitch where I just died because the game didn't want to run properly.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Because I was like, how am I going to shoot an arrow in his shield? He's not even facing me. Actually, he wasn't even holding it. I think that's what it was. He was facing me, but he didn't pull it off his back. So I like went around and shot him in the back with an arrow. It was very fucked up.
That's weird.
Yeah, but once that worked, it was fine. We got through, no problem.
Yeah. It worked the first time for me.
No, it was glitched for me.
There's this. Yeah, before that, there's a part we had to like push the cart through, the flaming cart through a bunch of rats, and it's like, oh my God, what is happening?
Yeah,
here?
This was gross, but it wasn't really gross for gross sake this time.
Yeah, it was good. It was well done.
Yeah. I also keep forgetting about like I can use Hugo to kill guys with rats. So I'll like, I got a crossbow. Let me shoot this guy and like knock his light out and all this stuff, and then I'll get through and be like, oh yeah, I could have just had Hugo kill all these guys.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until we were in the village, and I was like trying to get this one chest because I was like,
yes.
Oh my God, because I like this whole chapter, I couldn't find any tools. I go to the thing, I'm like, so I'm trying to get it to where I don't have to use tools.
Yeah.
And so I need the 3 tools to do it. Yeah. I'm like, okay, there's no tools here.
I've got
one tool, blah, blah, blah.
I can't even say where there's a tool. I've had no tools for a while now.
Yeah.
So like I can just upgrade whenever, basically.
Yeah. I eventually found all the tools, but the last tool, well, we'll get there. So we get into this place where we can see like an abandoned ship that's just like wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
And there's soldiers there. So we got to like get through and kill the soldiers. And then we get to...
Is this where you control Arno?
No.
Okay.
Arno's still like not controllable at this point.
Okay.
I think once you get through this part, after you meet the
we get through. Oh yeah, you're talking about the soldiers that are in the little cave area.
Yeah, the little cave before we get
with
to
all the rats.
Yeah, before we get to what's her face, Sophia.
Yes, so we have to sneak through and kill some dudes or whatever.
Yeah.
And this is an area where I died a bunch because there's like a fire and I could see you could shoot a flaming arrow into a box.
Yeah.
But if you shot the flaming arrow into the box, it still wasn't enough. So I was like, what can I do around here to like not shoot an arrow and use a pot or whatever? So somehow I finally got through, but I tried it like 5 or 6 times before. I think it was actually, I was like, oh, I can make Odoris. So then I threw Odoris at the box and all the rats went to the box. So I did get through there eventually, but then you get to a part where you have to go through the water and Hugo's like, I don't want to go through the water. I'm scared of this. And Arno is like, I'll carry you.
Yeah.
Come to me, little man. And he's like, oh, thank you. And then it's just like, oh man, Arno. Becoming the father figure.
Yeah. Yeah, he sure is.
Yeah.
And so we eventually get into the secret cave where Sophia is hiding out.
Yeah.
She tells us that her ship is in dry dock because the soldiers took it.
Yeah.
And like, well, you're a pirate. You can't do that.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm not taking you anywhere. And Arno's like, well, you owe me one. And she's like, you got me. I do owe you one.
I do owe you one, damn it.
Yeah. So she's like, all right, you get the boat, we'll do it.
Yeah.
So then we have to go get the boat, and this is where we get to
control Arno.
And basically, you look at a bad guy and just hit the Y button, and Arno's like, I will murder this man for you.
Yeah. It's just like full complacence, just like, yep, you're going. Go kill that guy. I'll go kill this guy.
It doesn't even matter the guy. No, it doesn't. I didn't kill anybody.
Oh, I did.
No, not me.
I was like, yeah, let's go.
I as Amicia didn't kill anybody. Oh. Arno killed everyone.
Oh. So I, as Amicia, definitely did.
No, I was like, Arno, I'm going to take advantage of this because this is not going to last forever. So I had him just murder everybody. It doesn't matter what he is, who he is. He's wearing full plate mail with a mace. Arno's got it. It's cool. Don't worry about it. So I killed everybody. I looked everywhere in this area. I had to kill one guy, actually, because he was getting double teamed and got knocked down.
Yeah.
So I crossbowed a guy to get rid of him so he wasn't being double teamed. But other than that, the only thing I would do is like, if a guy was going to like double team him so he'd get doubled, I'd just keep hitting him with a rock to stun him over and over and over.
As long as he doesn't have two people on him, he'll just take care of the one guy.
Exactly. And then he would eventually be done killing the other guy and he would go get him. So
yeah.
But I like this area.
Yeah, I had anyone with a helmet. Arno, you go kill, and then I go kill everyone without helmets.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, it was a good time.
That was fantastic. Lots of little exploration in this. In the fishing village to do.
Yep.
I found my third tool there, but there was this chest.
Yeah. On the beach. Yep.
Where you have to like pull a rope to get it to fall down.
Yeah.
And
so
I died
it's like
so
up
many.
Top,
yeah.
You have to go to another like dock, pull a rope so it falls down onto the beach. Then you have to go back down and try to get it. And I died there a couple times.
Oh, I died there a lot. I tried to go. There's one house that has fallen into the beach, and it's like a ramp. So you go down there, and I tried to get it from that way, but I died every time.
So did you see there was a fish hanging across the lane? So you knocked down the fish. So first time I did it, I was like, okay, what can I do? So I threw a flaming pot that scared the rats away, but it didn't last long enough. So I ran over there.
I tried that as well.
So then the second time I went down there, I was like, let me try throwing Odorous.
Yeah.
So I threw Odorous, and it made most of the rats go, but not enough. So I tried to get it, and the rats ate me. So I was like, what am I going to do here? So I was like, okay, maybe if I throw an Odorous here, and then I throw a flaming pot over there, or a second Odorous, I can get them all.
Yeah.
So I threw the Odorous the second time. All the rats went to the Odorous. They were all gone. So I walked over, got the chest, and just walked down the rest of the way. Wow. Yeah. So that's the thing about this game is it's like, and I didn't throw it in a different spot. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll throw an Odorous where I threw it the first time because that got like all the rats to the right of me.
Yeah.
And if I throw like one past the rats down the beach, it'll move the ones that are near the chest down the way. But I threw the first one, and every rat was like, "Oh yeah, fuck, we're gone."
So every time I approached that from that angle, I died. I couldn't do it from that angle. Like Odorous, pots, fire, everything, like whipping my fucking pyrite around.
Oh yeah,
just dead every single time.
Yep.
So I went up and around. I like got the fish down, went up and around, and then I was like, "Oh wait, I can use Hugo." So I used Hugo, got a lot of the rats out of there, threw an Odorous, walked up, grabbed it, hiked out.
Oh, yeah, I never thought of that. Yeah, that's the one thing is like, I wouldn't mind it if it's like, sort of like consistent, but like when I threw the pot in the same spot, and then this time all the rats went, I was just like, oh man, this sucks. So,
like if it was chapter 2 or 3 and I was having the problems getting that chest, I would have said, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm not getting this chest.
This chapter was so good that I was like, oh no, I'm getting this chest. We gotta upgrade our tools. We gotta be good.
Exactly. Also this chapter had, I think, our first QuickTime event.
Yeah, there was a QuickTime event. When so when you get through the fishing village and get close to the boat, you get through one of those doors where you close the latch, so you're through a checkpoint and you don't have anything to worry about. But a little bit into that, because you as Amicia, she's concussed, has to take a break, has to slow down a little bit, and then you can hear Sophia come to the door, and she's being chased by a guard or one of the soldiers.
Let me in.
Yeah, so you let her in, and the guard comes bursting through as well, and then you have a little bit of a QuickTime event to defeat the guard.
Yeah, you take his knife and stab him in the back or whatever.
Yeah,
I was like, oh wow, okay, interesting. Wasn't expecting this here.
Yeah.
But after that, next up is the boat. We got to get the boat out.
Yeah.
And this is just like
easy puzzle.
Yeah, the boat, the anchor's stuck. What do we got to do? Knock the fish down. We had to climb across to break this chain. There's rats. There's a fish. Oh, you hit the fish down, but it landed on the floor. Yeah. Oh, what do? Oh, I hit the latch. The fish falls down. The rats go. And again, it's another one of these fucking things where it's like, oh, there's a crank. Let me crank it. You get it all the way through the crank, and it's like,
Can't do
it. Someone else has to crank it. So then you let it go, and you get Arnaud to crank it, and then he cranks up the little thing that you can break. Then you can go and get on the boat, and it's like, okay, let's let the sail down. And it's like, oh, the sail's tied up.
Yeah.
We have to free the sail. So then it's like, I have to hit it with a rock, but I have to go onto the dock to hit it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, is the boat just going to leave me behind?
I know. I was like that too. I was like, oh, are we going to do a Misia alone chapter now?
But the boat starts to go, but she jumps onto the boat, and the boat sets sail for whatever this island that we're supposed to be going to is called.
Yeah.
And that's basically the end of the chapter.
Yeah, and Arnaud goes straight father figure in this little section too.
Yeah, he's like, get away from the edge, you little scamp. You're going to fall over, you little so-and-so.
Yeah, and Amicia also says that when they go over to the other pontoon where they have to like crank the chain, she's like, Hugo's starting to like you.
Yeah,
Hugo really likes you, so don't screw that up.
Exactly. So I enjoyed this chapter.
Yeah, it was good.
I liked it.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to seeing where it's going to go next.
The mechanics were super good, but also very confusing at the start of the chapter. Whereas, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Who?
I'm interested to go back and see like how I missed who this dude is.
Yeah.
Like maybe someone says his name, like, oh, Arnaud's looking for the girl and the boy. It's like, okay, well, I totally missed that. So anyways, the game's turned around from the early chapters where I was just like, oh man, fuck this game.
Yeah. So exactly.
I leveled up some of my abilities.
Yeah.
By doing certain things. Like I climbed through a crack in the wall and it like leveled up one of my abilities.
Oh.
And I was looking at the abilities. Some of those abilities are pretty good. Like there's one ability that if you unlock it, it's like when you craft like extinguish or whatever, you can get a piece as like a leftover part of crafting.
Oh. And
I was like, really? How do I unlock these abilities?
Yeah, right.
I'd like to get that ability.
They come up so little that I don't even.
Yeah, like
I always forget that they are there.
You do stuff, and it like everything you do gives you EXP for a different skill. But yeah, they take forever to level up. So I had enough to like level up my crossbow in this chapter. Like I needed like 40 pieces to unlock like another quiver spot.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, I have Arnaud this chapter. I'm just going to save them and see how long I have Arnaud for. And when Arnaud's gone, maybe I'll level up something then. But I'm like, I don't need my crossbow right now. So I didn't level it up.
Oh, yeah. I tag team everybody with Arnaud.
Yeah.
Here comes crossbow him.
I had so much shit. I almost considered like increasing the amount of materials I could carry. Because I was just finding, like I had max of every type of ammo and max of every type of thing. So I was just like, do I want to level up my pockets? But I was like, I've never come close to running out yet. So I was like, nah, fuck it. I don't need to level that up. So yeah, I'm liking it.
Yeah, me too.
It's turned around.
Definitely
After
turned around.
After the first 3 chapters, I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I want to finish this.
Yeah.
But we stuck it out and it's turned around anyways. So.
Yeah, if we weren't doing GameClub on it, I would have ended it.
I think so.
After chapter 3 would have ended, I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
probably me too.
I'm not playing this anymore.
Probably me too.
But forcing ourselves to play through paid off.
Yep.
Though
so far, who knows? They could have done a better. Again.
Yeah, they could have done a better job on the first couple chapters. That hooked me in and made me want to play it more.
It also could be because that we came immediately from the first to the second. Like we had like a week or 2 break in between. Yeah. Whereas maybe if you're coming back to it from like a year off or 2 years off, you would be just like, okay, this is cool. But like for us, it was just like we were end of game, power level.
Yeah.
Back to jack shit, not able to do anything. So maybe that was part of the problem. Maybe that was more on us than them.
I don't think so. I think those chapter 2 and 3 were not good.
Okay.
At all.
Yeah, it could be.
They had highlights, but yeah, it was just like
okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you.
Good.
Cool.